Normalization is the key to acquiring and achieving all of your goals. The moment you begin to normalize something as you begin to normalize that thing in your subconscious. And over time, that will become your new self identity. And over time, that self identity will lead you to eventually acquiring that thing in reality, right? So, for example, let's say you're someone that's 300 plus pounds and you want to get in shape. You want to get down to 145 pounds because that's the ideal weight class for your height, right? Whatever, right? You want to get down to 145 pounds, but right now you're looking at everyone else that's 145 pounds, and you're like, man, wow, that person is in shape. Wow, that person has a rocking body. Wow, that person is doing great. Every single time that you're looking at someone else and you are charging yourself emotionally, right? You are signifying to your subconscious brain that that is not what I currently am. I am not yet a fit person. And every single time you tell your subconscious that you are not a fit person, it builds a self identity of you being the exact opposite, of you being instead where you currently are, which is fat. And here's the thing, fat identity cannot lead to a fit, in shape body because every single time you choose to take the required actions to become skinny or become in shape, so to speak, right? You begin to have fat thoughts because you are coming from a fat identity. So yes, you might go to the gym. Yeah, you might go to the gym, you might get on a diet, you might research here and there, but eventually it's all going to crumble down because your fat identity is going to slingshot you back to where you currently are right now, right? So you try to take all this you try to make progress, you try to lose this weight, you try to go to the gym, but as soon as rain starts, starts coming, as soon as the weather looks a little shabby, as soon as there's a piece of cake right there, as soon as it's someone's birthday, as soon as something, just a tiny minuscule of obstruction hinders your goal, you start to fumble because you believe yourself as someone that's currently fat, right? You view yourself as someone that's fat. You're like, man, I'm fat. Everything's difficult to me. Everything's difficult to me, man. 145 pounds. That's something crazy, dude. This journey is gonna be so hard. This and that, right? But once you begin to shift yourself into a mentality where you are already, right, you are already 145 pounds. You are already your ideal shape. You are already your ideal person, right? And you have normalized it in your subconscious brain, now you have a body that is out of shape, but you have a mentality that is in shape, right? And if you have a mentality that's in shape, it's only a matter of time before that mentality will slowly but surely affect and change the entirety of your reality. And in this case, your body, right? And this can be applied to anything. This can be applied to anything. A broke mindset cannot lead to a rich wallet, right? A a person that's so used to being neglected and so used to being in unhealthy relationships and being left and being torn apart has no choice but to attract people that are like-minded, right? But once you begin to act as if healthy relationships and that Birkin bag and that fit body and that amount of money that you wish to acquire, that skill that you wish to learn is normal to you, that is when reality starts, moving around, shifting, and more importantly, your self-concept of yourself starts shifting, your identity of yourself starts shifting. And you're like, man, yeah, that Birkin bag is simple for me. Man, that, being in a healthy relationship, that's easy for me. Man, all these things are normal for me. And the key thing is that it doesn't invoke a positive or a negative emotional charge out of you, right? You cannot be looking at a Birkin bag. You're like, man, that's expensive. You can't be looking at a healthy relationship and be like, man, I wish I had that. Man, that makes me so happy, because you have to view it as something that you already have in your mind. Because once you do that, that's how you actually change your self concept, by imagining that that is something you currently already have mentally. And the thing about it is, man, your subconscious cannot tell the difference between imagination or reality. So you need to spend time imagining. Imagination is the simplest way to form your reality. Imagination, I think Napoleon Hill said this. Imagination is um, is the simplest form of magic, right? Imagining a reality that you wish to have is how you first acquire that thing. Everything that you currently have right now are things that you have normalized. You need to be normalizing everything that you want in the future. You want $1 million. That's simple. That's easy. That's light work. That's what you should be saying when you think about the word $1 million. When you think about the concept of $1 million, you should be seeing it as something simple. It's easy. It's stupidly simple for you, right? That's how you acquire that thing. That's how, when you do the actions necessary to acquire $1 million, you're like, man, this is normal for me. This is easy for me. I've already done this a million times in my head. This is just who I am. I do the hard work. I do the business startups. I do the innovative practices. Whatever it is that you want to do to acquire the $1,000,000, right? It's going to be simple for you once you acquire that self identity of someone that already has it, right? And once you do that, man, reality starts to shift. But it starts from your mentality, it starts from your subconscious. So you first have to begin giving yourself the desired reality that you wish to live in way before you are actually even close to doing that. You have to start looking, you have to start believing and knowing that you are someone that's in shape well before you're in shape. You have to know that that $1,000,000 has hit your bank account way before the $1,000,000 have hit your bank account, right? You have to know that you are able to master that skill well before you master that skill, right? You have to first believe and know that that is something that's within you, something that is inevitable. Because once you do that, you change your self identity, you change your self concept. And once you do that, that's when everything changes.